Hello, X-Men Legacy here, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Let's Play of Fable Anniversary. In this one I'm going to be starting out going and taking out the Queen Bee, or the Queen Wasp. And this is the kid I was talking about in the last episode, the bully from the first one. I mean, I grew up a bit, and he doesn't even look like he got any older. I wonder if this dude's like 20-something or some shit like that, because he doesn't grow at all.
You're as bad as that. Funniest. Perhaps we'll meet again, hero. Hey, over here.
Now, one of the things that I like to do is grab all the silver keys the moment I know where they are. And, well, this is the easiest first one you can typically get. Most people at this point do not have a fishing rod, so getting this one's pretty simple.
It's this way.
I like this first little boss kind of thing. It's one of the, I think it's like the only time in the game other than, no, this is the only Queen Wasp in the entire game. My friend Candlejack, he actually has a mod that changes up the enemies and makes things harder, and you actually run into a lot of Queen Wasps around the game, and it's actually really cool. I would definitely give that a try if you have a PC and can get the mod working. It's been a bit hit or miss for me in the past, so I can understand if it be similar for you. The Wasp Queen can be pretty easy. All you really need to do is shoot arrows at her. The only reason I'm using like lightning is I'm trying to get the will experience so that I can grab the Sword of Aeons early. Really, you just dodge any attack it has and you're good. It should only take a few arrows, maybe a little bit of lightning and you're good. Take her out.
She's near to death. A few more strikes will finish her off.
The trophy system in Fable and the Lost Chapters and Anniversary, respectively, was actually a pretty cool thing. You could run around showing off your trophies. I mean, in Fable 2, I think the best you could do is put your trophies up on a wall and get a little bit of extra money for it from rent and shit, but that was about it. It's cool that you can get renown and stuff in this game for just kind of showing it off as well. Be like, hey, look, I killed the queen. Look at that. And then they're just like, wow, that's so cool, even though I was right here watching you. And did you guys know that Project Ego was actually the original name for the original project for Fable? Really cool. Microsoft Studios and games always have some weird fucking code names for everything. Now, another thing you can do is you can get this chest here. If it's pointed at midday or noon, that chest will be there. You're going to need to go in exactly at noon, otherwise it won't be there. I'm just going to grind out some more experience here so that I get enough to go and get the sword. I think I'm going to fast forward through this bit. I don't know, when I'm done killing all these guys, I'll head into the Fisherman's Creek here and kill everything there and do at least the beginning part of that mission. I don't always do the fisherman competition right away, but after you're done killing all them, you catch the first fish. All you really need to do to start the competition is walk back outside and walk back in, and it'll be started. And you can just catch a fish, give it to him, and you'll get all the cool stuff for it, like the fisherman's, the purple rod, which is much better. You actually don't have as much trouble catching fish with it. You also get a silver key, and I believe there's a fisherman's hat. All good things to have. Now I'm going to speed up the fishing process because, I don't know, I'm a little rusty when it comes to fishing. So, give me a break on that. Normally I catch it in the first try, but if I don't get it the first try, I'll get it on the second at the very least. There are 4 more things you can get on this side First is going to be a mustache, then 100 gold, then a silver key, and a moonfish. Fishing up some of this stuff will actually give you a little bit of a boost. I mean, it's a free 100 gold. Moonfish you can sell as well. It's not going to be a very big fish, so it's not going to be worth much in the competition, but normally I'd say just fish at the end of the pier during the competition and you should be pretty good, to be completely honest. I think I get one that's like 700 and something grams, which is first place on my first catch, so good enough for me, I suppose. After you're done fishing, there's also a chest right here, and it'll hold a pair of leather gauntlets. Exploring into the fisherman's hut will actually net you a book as well. You just gotta grab the bookcase just behind you as you walk in the door. Hero's Journey 1 is gonna be the book. Really wish you could get that big fish as a trophy. I think that'd be pretty cool. But that's just about all you can do here the first time you go here. As again, you can just go back in if you want. I'm just gonna kill the rest of these things here and head back to the guild, I think. If you head back into this corner right here on the southeast side of the map, you'll actually find a few potions, and inside the chest you'll find a Master Will elixir that'll actually increase your mana bar. Now that I'm finally done killing them, I'm gonna, I don't know, head down to Bowerstone for the first time. I was going to try to get there by midnight so that I could get into the cellar. If you don't know what that means, is this statue right here spins, and whatever directions it's pointing is where you'll get your special, like, gift kind of thing. If it's midday or noon, there's going to be a chest with a piercing augment in it in the forest there, and then if it's midnight and you walk through these doors, the cellar is going to be unlocked under the tavern. It's weird that Bowerstone, South and North are the only locations that you can't bring a sword and stuff in. But I mean, in the later games you can bring them anywhere, including this area, so it's just odd to me. I mean, it doesn't really save anything. All you gotta do is hire the mercenary inside the tavern there, and you can use him to kill everybody in town. First thing you might want to do when you get here after talking to him, grab the silver key from up top here. You can also talk to the little girl. She'll bring you to her sick brother, the bully. You gotta collect 4 mushrooms, I think, for him. Since it's just about noon in game, I'm gonna actually head over to the Greatwood Forest here and try to get that chest open. May take a few tries going in and out of the forest to actually do it, but it's pretty easy. And if you look, the statue's pointing towards the door over there. As I said before, just gotta make sure it's pointing straight up. Walk over here and the chest will be there. And I believe, yeah, it is the piercing augmentation. I suppose it's time to get the last of the experience I need to actually get the summoning spell so that I can get the Sword of Aeons early. Now that I have enough, I'm gonna head back over to the guild and purchase it. I really wish that the quests that Briar Rose gets you could actually do at the beginning of the game. No matter what you do, even if you mod your renown, you can't do it, which kind of sucks because it would be really cool to be able to see those quests. There's nothing really like them, even in the late game. Now that you get the summon, you can just head back over to the... What is this? The Temple of Fate? Something like that? The Hall of... Oh, the Chamber of Fate. Yeah, I to be honest, I haven't done this in so long that I was fucking up so bad. So I sped through it. I did it at about 500%. I said it would only take a few seconds, but what you want to do is you want to stand past this line right here. You want to walk into it, and then you want to assassin rush into the Wasp without locking onto it. And you should go right under. You can grab the sword, and you can honestly just walk out. I usually just roll out. I don't try walking out very often, but rolling seems to work the best, because when you stand back up, you'll go through the ground. But that pretty much is all you need to get the best sword in the game. Really early. So I'm going to have a card up at the top that'll say how to get the Sword of Aeons early if you want another video on how to do it, maybe a little bit more in depth. Now that I've accomplished the actual goal of this specific episode, it is time to head over to Protect Orchard Farm. Since I am doing a good run like I tend to always do. I always do good runs. It's so easy to be bad in this game. It's not normally as easy to be good. So that's just kind of what I do. Since I'm here, I may as well head over and get the mushroom, the silver key, and talk to the dude in the Guild Forest to progress on a couple more things. The mushroom will be here on the left, next to the rocks. Then you should head back to the Guild Woods, and then turn right down the right path. There should be a little pond, and there should be a little place to fish there. That's where you're going to get the silver key from. Once you've gotten the silver key, you just gotta go around and talk to this dude. He's gonna ask you to take a letter to a girl he met while he was on shrooms, and then you won't have to bring that letter to her until you get to Oakvale, wrong game. I don't really have enough of the mushrooms for it to matter, but I'm gonna head over to Bowerstone and show you guys where you need to go to actually deal with the mushroom shit. So this little girl, she's gonna tell you to follow her. You'll follow her to her mom and her brother, and when you get there, you're gonna find out it's the bully kid and that he's sick, and then blah 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 blah. He had some mushrooms, and you need to bring the mushrooms to the witch, and the witch will help him.
My poor little boy. We were on a picnic at Lookout Point when he found these strange mushrooms. The witch in Bowerstone Key.
There's only like 3 reasons to go to Bowerstone Quarry, and that's to give the witch the mushrooms, do the boxing, or talk to the stupid dude that makes you cross-dress.
Not enough mushroom.
In my opinion, there's no real reason to actually do this quest on the right there. He's just a troll. You might get an achievement out of it for cross-dressing and crap like that. Wait, no. To do that, you actually have to get a headshot with a crossbow while wearing a wig and a dress and shit, which you don't have to do for that quest. That one, you just get laughed at by the dude. I suppose since I'm walking aimlessly through Bowerstone to get back, you may as well buy a spade from this dude. Because otherwise, you're only going to be able to buy it in places later on or pick one up when you get to the graveyard. But by the time you get to the graveyard, you've already missed a bunch of things you could have dug up. I apologize for some of my weird cuts. It's typically because I went AFK for a little while to deal with my kids. Here's one of the stupid parts. I mean, she pretty much challenges you and been like, hey, you gotta know how to use a flourish and a combat multiplier. And it's like, what does that even mean? I've been doing that like the entire game. So it is pretty OP to actually have the Sword of Aeons this early. But to kind of counteract it, since you have an extremely powerful weapon, they're gonna put harder enemies in your way when you're going places. Like right now we got like some bandits. Normally you'd still have like basic like wasps and stuff most of the time, but since they're all there, you got this. It's a one-hit kill for most of them. You shouldn't run into anything that needs any more than one hit. Since this is the protect bandit whatever, you actually can't go straight into Orchard Farm. You actually got to go around, which is a good opportunity to walk up this hill and actually grab the silver key. One thing I really wish is that the modding community would be able to like make something out of this bridge. Kind of like in Fable 2, there's a broken bridge and it ends up getting fixed. It'd be really cool if someone could like fix this bridge and actually make an area up here, because that would be pretty nice. That would be a good use of the modding community, but I don't think that modding is working nearly as well as it should right now. Now, just take this guy out. You should have enough keys to open this, and it should have a health elixir in it, which obviously makes your health bar go up. This should be your second one you've had so far. First one from the demon door, and now this one. Sorry about my voice. I'm starting to get like a little bit of a cough, maybe a little bit of a cold. I don't feel sick though. My voice is a bit hoarse. I don't know, there's no point in going and getting those right now since I'm not going that way anyway, and they just respawn every time you walk into the area. So let's just head up into Orchard Farm. This quest, even with boasting, should be extremely easy, especially if you have the Sword of Aeons. All you really need to do is go stand next to the door over here, and I'd suggest kind of blocking when you're not like in the door, because if you don't block when you're like next to the door, something that like barely is spawned might shoot an arrow at you, or they'll be just outside your render distance and still shoot you. It's weird. I've had that happen to me in the past. You don't really need to sit there the entire time blocking like I'm doing right now, but it's nice to do. Just kind of roll up there, take them all out quick. Should all be one hit kill, and the quest should go by pretty quickly. There used to be a thing where the bandits would come from a different direction. Like, I've had them spawn kind of up near where you do the hob killing contest, and that is like super uncommon. Like, I don't know if anyone else has ran into that, but I know I've had it happen to me in the past. Mainly on Fable TLC. I don't remember it happening on Fable Anniversary to me. Next up is a really pointless fight with her again. I keep forgetting her name because she's really insignificant to me half the time. These fights feel completely pointless because no matter what you do, you're better than her.
Damn! You beat me again! I suppose this quest is yours then.
I can't believe she asks you to do a flourish when you've been able to do a flourish since you were a freaking kid. Now, if you actually bought the shovel, you should be able to dig up some stuff while you're here. There's also a few places you can fish. You can go dig up the grave behind the house there. You can also dig up the treasure from the end of the treasure thing. It's the frying pan with the face in it. There's a chest on the right side of me that I'm passing right now. There's a few different things you can get here. You can collect some apples if you want. There's a phantom dig spot right here where you can't get anything from it, but it lets you dig there. There is also a fishing spot at the end of the pier here with a silver key. Now that pretty much concludes this episode. I really don't have all that much more I want to do. I've already made about a 20-minute episode, and I don't want to make these nearly as long as they should be. That's why there's a lot of sped up parts. If you guys want to catch up on the first episode, that'll be above. If you guys want to watch the next episode, I'd say like and subscribe, and I'll keep on pushing these out for you. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day.